Hope you brought your A game. Can you imagine saying that to somebody? Yep, it's a playful challenge. Don't say it with that tone. So this is single mingle. Flirting sequence. Keep her on her toes in a good way. She's used to asking or expecting the A game from the other person. But maybe she's calling it in. Maybe she doesn't bring her own A game. How do you flirt with teasing and not cross that line? Subtle and direct, innuendo. You're playing. Hey, I hope you brought your A game. That's a playful challenge. Consider this too. Role reversal and challenging. A lot of women think that only men are supposed to fill in the blank. Anything that's stereotypical for women to ask men is what you're going to ask of her. Go ahead and practice this. Hey, buy me a drink. Hey, get me a drink. What are you going to buy me? Hey, my eyes are up here. Hey, my eyes are up here. Buy me a drink. My eyes are up here. All you want is sex. I'm not easy. I'm not easy. All you want is sex. I didn't say you could touch me. Don't you think you're a little too close there? Nothing you say is going to make you kiss me tonight. Nothing you say is going to make me kiss you tonight. Not tonight. I have a headache. Yeah, my arms aren't really this big. These are implants. I'm not really this good looking. This that you see here, this is photoshopped. Hey, stop undressing me with your eyes. All right, so some of those go a little bit too far for you. Some of them are kind of funny to you. You're poking fun at stereotypes. Don't take yourself too seriously. If you're really uptight and people will use other words for that, I'm trying not to use that on YouTube. So you're poking fun at the stereotypes. You're poking fun at yourself. Try those on, though. And what would happen if you actually said this to her? The look of shock on her face, she would probably stop mid-sentence and be like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to. Hey, what are you doing? But she knows that you're playing. You immediately take yourself out of the friend zone. And you're kind of having fun with her. I don't know if you played basketball, but I remember doing trash talk with people. I was not that good with trash talk. I actually found it kind of rude and mean. I can be a little bit on the literal side sometimes. They don't mean what they're saying when they're doing trash talk. They're playing. They're having fun. Some of it's outlandish and ludicrous. That's what makes it funny and playful. Not everybody likes it. Every now and then, you get somebody who takes it too far. Don't be that guy. It's like the roast at retirement or the toast at a wedding. There are rules. There are guidelines. Figure them out. Practice them. Play with them. Before you cross the line, practice them. Good flirting entails entertaining the imagination, the what if. Let her think about it, and more importantly, let her feel it. Feelings are key to flirting. If it's not enjoyable for her, stop. If you don't enjoy it, stop. Practice. If only one of you is laughing, something's not working. What images and ideas do you want to plant in her imagination? What good feelings do you want her to associate with you? Be strategic and do it well. Have a plan and then implement the plan. All right, so how do you make somebody feel things? All right, so make her feel things. Put yourself in her shoes. Get into her mind. What feelings are enjoyable, pleasant, and lend themselves to you having an adventure as well as connection? Tell stories that evoke those very emotions on a regular basis. Talk about your day in a way that those emotions are the highlight. Express those feelings yourself if appropriate. And remember, repetition, repetition, repetition. Practice, practice, practice. Flirting might be saying one thing and your face is saying something else, but there's a smile so she knows. She's kind of unsure, but not totally confused, but not entirely certain either. You're demonstrating power over her world, and she's also saying, but I trust him. Good intentions and positive intent is vital. I know you adore me, but, okay, so you're kidding with her, you're poking fun, and you're not crossing the line into mean, cruel, sadistic, that kind of stuff. All right, but you have to take me out to dinner first. I'm not just going to have sex with you. I hardly know you. That statement immediately takes you out of the friend zone. It's a little risky, but it's also funny, and a lot of people tend to like that one. I lead retreats and workshops about sacred sexuality. So now sacred sexuality has this fun thing. Some people are like, oh, you're a prude. I'm like, yeah, that's not what that means. Other people are like, ooh, sacred sexuality. Like, are you a cult leader or something? Or what's going on? Other people are like, oh my God, you're sex obsessed. So they project their own things. Kind of like what are those Rorschach tests, the ink blots. they put their own ideas onto what you just said. So I lead retreats and workshops about sacred sexuality. I teach people about sex and how to talk about it, how to connect more deeply. I also lead some healing groups, and I teach people Reiki. One woman I was dating said, "Are you a cult leader?" Not in a bad way, I mean. I don't know what she meant, no. I had not really considered doing it, meaning being a cult leader, until she suggested that. She didn't think that was a funny comeback. I had someone else ask me if I was a sex worker, because I know so much about sex, because that's what I'm doing. And apparently saying, "Oh, no, I'm not a worker, I volunteer," apparently that's not funny. But anyway, so yeah, some of the jokes are going to fall flat. Maybe not trying something that risky early on. As someone who works in couples counseling, of course I read extensively, and I talk to couples about sex. I know way more than the average person about erectile dysfunction, menopause, the impact of medications on sex drive, what to do about it, the supplements to take, the pills to take, how to get past the expensive ones. Then there's sex drive versus responsive desire, and I get into great discussions about sex. I've heard a significant amount of stories about BDSM, polyamory, porn addiction, transgender stories. There are stories that are not confidential that I can share on a date, and sometimes that spices things up immediately, and I let them know, look, this isn't me, but here's a story that I heard, and I don't use names, I don't break confidentiality, I'm not looking down on or mocking people, I'm simply giving information. Don't do that on date one, by the way. So how do you practice this? Which skill are you going to practice? Are you going to practice several of them? Do you have power over her world? Imagination, feeling, role reversal. Those are wonderful things for you to practice in flirting. Visualize you saying the witty line and visualize her reaction. Practice it at least 10 times or so. Watch how much confidence you now have. Keep practicing it until you appreciate your timing. How many reps would you need? Think about how many repetitions you would need. And then imagine if we were all just better at dating. No hurting each other, more integrity, more respect, playing by similar rules. Everyone understands what's happening, and we eliminate some of the guesswork and mind reading. Please hit like and subscribe. It helps me spread the message of good, solid dating, respectful dating that changes the culture of dating. Want more resources? Check out my website. It's boyscounseling.com.